Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to be here today to introduce our esteemed guest speaker, Omaimah Bamasag, the Deputy of Transport Enablement at the Transport General Authority in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Thank you very much, Dalia, for the introduction. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you very much for being here at the first Women's Symposium in Mobility. As Dalia mentioned, that it is the first and it is the remarkable, actually, event that hosted by IEEE in terms of enabling women in mobility and discussing and seeking opportunities on how to make this enablement even further. In my presentation, I'll talk about a very broad landscape about the transportation in general, the initiatives, the project that's going on, and then we will take it further into how to enable women, or what is the role that women will be participating in the transportation, and how we could actually all together strengthen this opportunity. So first of all, we will see the landscape, the strategic bird's eye view of the strategy in terms of the NTLS, the National Strategy of Transportation, with its initiatives and positioning the KSA as a global logistic hub, and also enabling the financial and commercial sustainability, improving the public entities' performance. And then we go down to TGA's initiatives and KPIs, which is adopting initiative in mobility services, and also ensuring the equitable and affordable offering together with other KPIs and initiatives. And for this, actually, where we are in a smart mobility conference, so the focus is on smart mobility initiatives and KPIs, which is hosted and promoted by the ministry and TGA. There are a lot of initiatives and projects going on to satisfy and to achieve these KPIs. We will be in TGA, or actually we are planning to operate a fleet of robotaxis and a fleet of electrical buses and self-driving buses. And also toward the capacity building, we are working on establishing the sandbox, which is the living lab, where we will be piloting different technologies for regulating them. And there is a plan to host a national, this is what we will be talking about with friends, a global transportation forum, where it will have different various speakers, world renowned, and within it will be an exhibition, a hackathon, and different venues and different activities to support the transportation in the region. We are also planning to establish an Academy of Transportation with a focus of new mobility and smart mobility. There is actually a lack in the kingdom in terms of capacity building in the smart mobility. And we talk about smart mobilities, we are talking about including or enhancing the mobility through AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, cybersecurity. Those fields are there, but the combination of them with the mobility and transportation is not there, especially with the professional qualifications and training. So with this academy, we are planning to build this capacity and to enhance it and to make the kingdom actually ready with the resources for the next era, where we are actually embarking on the smart mobility and operating them. Having said that, or on our way actually to strengthen the smart mobility, we have signed an MOU with KAUST back in September. And the MOU with KAUST actually is a recognition and appreciation of the relationship between TGA and KAUST, as KAUST is the innovation center of the kingdom, and with the huge effort that KAUST is providing in terms of research, innovation, with a focus of smart mobility. And you could see that we are focusing on sharing the information, innovation, piloting, studying the possibility of establishing a center of excellence joint between TGA and KAUST. And we are here, actually, TGA in IEEE is a recognition and appreciation of the relationship between both entities. And we are looking forward to strengthening the relationship even more with different projects that to be done in the pipeline. For the new mobility, we are actually talking about, as I mentioned, about shared, integrated, connected, and autonomous. Oh, sorry, I think it's going backwards. So why KAUST? Why we are focusing on KAUST and keening on the relationship between TGA and KAUST? Because KAUST is advanced in research and innovation. Well, actually, there is no need to mention all these factors because it is there and we are all witnessing it of being here and for KAUST to host such an international conference. But it's worth mentioning that it is, and probably one of the important factors of the attractiveness of KAUST to TGA is the facilities and the openness of KAUST to host and to welcome the new technologies to be piloted and to have this partnership and to build skills and human capabilities and global influential partner in KSA's new mobility sandbox, which is to be conducted in the future, inshallah. So now we have actually talking about the general or the national landscape, the targets, the projects to achieve these targets, the collaboration with KAUST, and what we are looking for in terms of this collaboration. Now we will stem down towards focusing on women, as we are now in the symposium of women in smart transportation. So we will be presenting or talking about a little bit of the landscape of the women participation in transportation. So from the statistics, it shows that in the current year, 2023, there is only 23, sorry for my eyesight, it's not clear. There is only 20, I think 25 or 23, it is not, let me just 23% of women in transportation in general, and we are aiming to increase this percentage to 30% by 2025. Actually, the global target, the national target of the Vision 2030 is for women participation in the workforce to reach to 30%. But the current has exceeded it to 32%. Now, the lack is for the women participation in transportation. We all know, probably has mentioned yesterday, that transportation is still male dominant. And still women participation is very, very narrow or very minor in terms of very specific jobs, admin jobs, but not on the wide scale that we want it to be. Now for the leadership, it's even less. I mean, you could see that it's 50% in 2023, and we are aiming to increase it with the effort that I'll be mentioning later on. So women nationalization achievements, this is a breakdown on the landscape as well, on the statistics. Now here we see the number of women participation in the workforce in the different sectors of transportation, be it land, aviation, maritime, or railway. And you could see that women in aviation has the major or the highest number of participation in the workforce. And aviation has actually a very good initiatives and programs in terms of women enablement in the sector. Whereas the lowest, if you could see, is the railway, because of the nature of the railway itself. Having said that, railway has a beautiful initiative of launching or training 23 women as Qatar al-Haramain drivers. And they started actually working. The training was for last year, and they start actually working on Qatar al-Haramain. And we have very beautiful, beautiful success stories where the lady mentioned that the first driver of Qatar al-Haramain, she said that when the pilgrims, they go into the train and they see a lady driving the train, they actually really appraised her, that we are very happy to see a lady on that position, which is rare to be found. And this is one of the milestones for women enablement in transportation. More of the enablement and projects such as the training will be yet to come. So these actual indicators will make us focus on the areas where there is a gap in the leadership, in the admin work, or in the penetration of the women in the field, and make the programs targeting these special fields. Another beautiful story is in Mawani, which is the maritime sector, where we have a chairman of Tamkeen companies, a lady. And the first woman elected as in a chamber of commerce to hold the position of leadership is a lady. And also the director of the inspection quality control for control and inspection at Jeddah Islamic Port is a lady. So the penetration of ladies in the leadership positions is becoming clear now with different sectors and with different programs. Another incentives for enabling women is actually designing leadership programs for women in transportation, because most of the percentage or high percentage of women in the jobs are for the normal jobs, like for admin. They are not getting into the leadership positions for various reasons. But for us, we have to enable them, we have to give them the training and the exposure that is needed for them to take the leadership positions. And one of the really great milestones that has been done in this year is now when we celebrated the International Women's Day on the 18th of March. It was the first woman forum in transportation. Before that, we used to celebrate with a video, with Twitter, with like a recognition. But this year, we thought of making the impact higher by organizing this forum where we gathered ladies from different sectors in transportation and also from the Ministry of Human Resources, who is actually the supporter of the enabling programs. And the panel discussion was highlighting the efforts being done and how we enable women in terms of leadership, in terms of exposing to new jobs and new markets. And on the side of the forum was enabling women in terms of signing MOUs. And we have signed 3 MOUs with 3 different companies and organizations. And the highlight actually was the first تطوير برنامج التأهيل والتدريب لدعم وتمكين التوطين في أجرة المطار. So this one, it is the first of its kind. And the MOU was between TGA and مدرسة نورة للقيادة والمطارات لشركات أجرة المطارات. The MOU was actually to provide a customized training program for the taxi drivers, for the female taxi drivers, to teach them or to train them on the driving skills, plus the interaction or the soft skills on how to deal with tourists, because they will be on the taxis in the airport. So they need to be trained on how to deal with foreigners, to speak the English that is appropriate to deal with the foreigners as well. And Madrasat Noura did really a great job in providing this program in partnership with Kulliyat al-Siyaha, with the tourism college in the university. And we had 2 companies, Al-Safi wa Safwa, who are operating at Taxi al-Matar in different cities. And they offered 100 jobs for the graduates of this program. Once the lady will be finishing the training of this from Jamiat Noura or from Kulliyat Noura, they will be on immediate jobs with these companies. And this is on 3 airports, and this will be extended to further airports in the kingdom. So this is actually one of the success stories on enabling women in a field that is very, very rare that you could find women there. There are women in ride hailing, in Uber and Careem, but not as with a professional program to train them and with the professional environment that is provided with this MOU. And also with different MOUs with the Human Resource Ministry, in terms of providing support for salaries, for bonuses, for providing a suitable environment for women. And the forum is the first, as I said, of its kind, and it will be an annual with even extended services and extended agreement and offering. And we are hopeful that with the forum of the next year, we will be having more statistics and we'll be seeing more women in the transportation and the leadership. Thank you very much. Probably stay here for a couple of minutes if you have any questions.
undergraduates and universities?
Okay. Yes, this is a very good question, and this is actually the right path to enable women, or to the enablement in general. Ministry of Human Resources now they are working on a unit called the Forecasting the Future, where they are collecting the data from the universities on the current programs and defining the gap in the skills between the market needs and the academic programs that is offered at the university. And we will be taking this data from the ministry to build the programs or to build the trainings according to the gap specified. And we are anticipating there is a really huge gap in terms of what is needed in the future of mobility and what is there in terms of the skills. So we will be upskilling, reskilling in terms of professional certificates, in terms of short-term and long-term trainings, nano degrees, probably university degrees, with embedding courses that will serve the national targets, inshallah.
That's let's say like 60% men, right?
More.
So and even with this high percentage of
Okay, they are here. you could ask them. No, honestly, this, I mean, it's not because, I'm here or my guys are here. It is that, I didn't face any barrier, to be honest. This is the pre-image that I had. I used to work in academia for all my career path, and I made a transition to the government more than a year ago. So one of the factors I was thinking on how the government is look like, whether there will be, especially in a sector that is not known for women to lead. It was quite unknown area for me, but it was a challenge, part of the challenges of the position and of the sector itself, and I took it. And when I joined TGA, I really didn't feel that at all. I mean, there is no barrier, not even in like a gender barrier, a collaboration barrier at all. We are all work in TGA, and this is, I believe, is the leadership vision of TGA. Is everyone is equal and everyone is there to work and to produce and to satisfy the plan and the national ambitions. And we are colleagues, and the support is there, given be it women or men, they are all equal, and we all work day and night. And with a very professional atmosphere. Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes, and this actually one of the goals of the Women Forum that we conducted on the International Women's Day is to raise the awareness, to tell the youngsters and the girls at schools, at universities, what is in there at transportation, and what the opportunities that you could actually take, and which capacity you should build to be in the transportation, and what the transportation sector offer you when you join. So it was the first awareness probably session or event, and it is to be followed by we are planning to go to the universities themselves and to organize a session of awareness with the girls, and especially that engineering colleges are spreading all over now, and there are potential of girls to join, of women to join, but they need to know what is there for them. Of course, yes, of course. The Dr. Rayyan actually has established a communication with the Prince Sultan University, and we'll be working, yes, definitely in that. Yes, it is a campaign, I would say. It should be a campaign including forums, panel discussions, awareness sessions at universities, and it will be a continuous effort. So we're not seeing it as just one event and that's it. It should be continued with all the events that we will be showcasing transportation and the future of it, and how it is not as rough and as rigid as the image that, I mean, when you talk about transportation, immediately, either truck drivers, bus drivers, roads, but it is much, much more than this. Yes, yes. And I always say that we are not in the area of women enablement. We have passed it. We were all enabled, and we all now in a position, in a power that hasn't been seen or witnessed. Now the role is to increase the participation of women, to get them. The enablement is done. I mean, you have everything. Now we want more of the ladies to join. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. Yes, yes. With all the skill that innates in women. Yes. Leaders by nature. Thank you. Thank you very much.